Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's currently summer, meaning it'll be September soon, and September is the time where most of you will start looking into applying universities, and the most important thing on your application is your personal statement. So today I will be doing a personal statement read through, my old personal statement, and I'll be giving you some tricks and things that I've learned along the way. A little background, if you're new to the channel, I'm Zoe and I did my undergraduate degree in architecture at Manchester University or Manchester Metropolitan University because it's a joint program. So that is what my personal statement will be about. I applied through UCAS, so I applied to 5 schools. I don't remember exactly which 5, but it's Bartlett, Manchester, Sheffield, Nottingham, and Edinburgh, all of which I've received offers from, except from the Bartlett, and I think that's because of my portfolio. But without further ado, I'll give you some of the takeaways that I have learned while writing my personal statement. Number 1 is evidence of passion. When you apply to a course, you need to show that you're passionate about, or else they won't be choosing you. But second, you will be tempted when you're doing your first draft to write that I'm really passionate about medicine, architecture, full stop. But you need to show, not just tell, the actions that you've done because of this passion. For example, I've read a lot of books and listing maybe a few books that you've read because you're passionate about architecture, or I have attended some symposiums because I am passionate about physics. You have to show that you've done something because actions speak louder than words. Number 2 is don't be afraid to sell yourself. Like, I personally struggle with this a bit when I was writing my personal statement because it feels like I'm boasting, like I'm listing my achievements, I'm showing what I've done, I'm saying how good of a person I am. But I felt really weird because it feels like I'm overselling myself. But that's the purpose of the personal statement. You need to sell yourself to the universities to let them see you as this amazing person, this amazing candidate that they want as a student. So don't be afraid to use, confident words. Don't be afraid to show your achievements. That will be what's going to get you into that university. Number 3 is to tie everything back to the major that you're applying to. Sometimes the skills that you're listing or the job experiences or things that you've done may not necessarily have a direct connection to the course, to the subject that you're applying to, but you can always extract some of the soft skills that you've learned that could be applied to that subject. For example, if you're into research but you only did research in English literature, but right now you're applying to maybe physics, then you can extract that determination, that researching skills that you've used when researching for English literature into researching for physics, although there may be more new elements that you may need to learn along the way because it's, at the end of the day, 2 different subjects, but you have to show them that these skills can be applicable to the subject you're applying for. Number 4 is to proofread and edit. I thought that the first personal statement that I've written will be the final copy, but this is far from the case. I think it's at least the 4th or 5th attempt that I've written that actually made it to the final cut. So you have to keep on proofreading it to make sure there are no grammatical mistakes, because that's basic elementary mistakes that you cannot have on your personal statement. But then also the flow, the structure, the content, you will keep on editing, you'll keep on changing it when you're coming back to it with a fresh mind each day. So that's completely okay and that's completely normal. That's what a lot of us do as well. So don't doubt yourself, it's all good. In my personal statement, I have 7 paragraphs, and retrospectively, I don't know if that's a lot, but each paragraph there's a core message that I wanted to bring out. And so the first paragraph is about my background and giving a little taste of my passion for architecture. Having been surrounded by towering skyscrapers from the moment I was born has led me to discover the profoundness of architecture. I've always wondered how different shapes and materials can be merged to form one breathtaking structure. After learning about the Renaissance in history class, I persuaded my parents to take me to Europe so that I could admire St. Peter's Basilica and also contemporary architecture like the Maxi. This trip has also led to further admiration for the wonderful blend of architectural designs in Macau by the combination of Oriental and Western culture. Moreover, it allowed me to appreciate cultural diversity and inspired me that there are no limitations when it comes to design. Particularly, the idea of witnessing a concept or draft evolve into reality that will be remembered and dwelled in by many is also an alluring reason why I strive to study architecture. So, also giving a little information of why I wanted to study architecture, the things that I've done that led me into this profession, and a little bit of background about myself, where I'm from, and the architecture there. 40 paragraphs from paragraph 2 to paragraph 6. Each paragraph is a representative of a core value that I deem really important in architecture. And the second paragraph will be about learning and research, which is one of the most important things you need to do when you're studying architecture, because there are so many new elements, there are so many unknown things to you as a student, that your mindset of wanting to learn more will be crucial. To gain more knowledge in the architectural aspect, I spent many days in the library reading books on architecture, which included topics on materials, architectural styles, and famous architects. I watched programs about the thought processes of renowned architects like Frank Gehry and Zaha Hadid. Moreover, I've subscribed to many architectural and urban planning pages on social media to receive up-to-date news in these fields. Like I've mentioned previously, you have to show and not just tell, so I've backed up my passion for architecture with these actions by reading books in the libraries about different architects, architectural styles, and materials, and also have to subscribe to many different pages, actions. Third paragraph is about the element of creativity in architecture. Engrossed by colors and shapes, I've developed a special sense in art at a very young age, which led me on a journey where I won the championship in various art contests. I loved doing impromptu drawings of things that caught my eye and kept developing the drawing until it was as unique as possible. Art to me is creating something unique. Breaking through constraints and unleashing creativity is also what art is about. As skills and techniques are also important when creating art, I've joined multiple classes to get more practice, which helped increase my ability to draw freehand sketches as needed when studying architecture. So apart from talking about creativity in this paragraph, I've also sneakily put in some of my achievements about drawing, about art, but also joining different classes that would show an attempt at improving my skills actions again. The fourth paragraph, I talked about the technical side of architecture, the practicality side, so it's more about science and physics. Apart from aesthetics, I have noticed that practicality is also an important factor in constructing a successful infrastructure. The tensile and compressive strength of materials must be considered when constructing structures of different shapes of sizes for it to remain upright. To further enhance my scientific knowledge and critical thinking, I've chosen to take physics, pure mathematics, and chemistry as my A-level subjects after achieving excellence in the respective IGCSEs. To gain exposure in these fields and adaptation to the university learning environment, I've also taken initiatives and have been gratefully selected as one of the students to participate in the Summer Institute 2018 held by the Chinese University of Hong Kong and was given the Merit Award. So I've talked about the subjects that I have taken as A-levels for and relating it back to architecture, which is sometimes really not that relevant because I don't really need chemistry, but then it's very science, it's really logically based, which is also needed when studying architecture. So this is the tip that I told you about before. You have to direct everything that you've mentioned back to the subject. Paragraph number 5, I have talked about the collaboration part in architecture, which is essential. In uni, you might be working a lot on your own in your individual projects, but in the industry as a whole, you will be collaborating with people, and collaboration skills is must-have, so I wanted to highlight that as well. Grandiose, praiseworthy structures were never constructed in solitude. Exploiting synergy and collaboration is what will direct a project towards success. As a libero in my school volleyball team, I have the ability to communicate and cooperate effectively with teammates so as to maximize the outcome of their potential. Apart from cooperating with athletes, I've also established good rapport with my peers by demonstrating leadership in various STEM-related group projects, leading my team to triumph in the secondary students' fun science competition. 2014, I've gained a better grasp of time management and skills to ignite spirit among team members. These leadership and communication skills can surely benefit me when I engage in group projects in the future. So, two examples of me being in a group, showing some sign of leadership skills and some signs of being a good team member skills, which is good and important for both parts. Number 6 will be about my future plans. So in the first paragraph, I've given them some brief idea about my background. So that's all in the past and about why I wanted to study architecture. I wanted to show them that I'm a person of planning and of goals. So I've written something that I wanted to pursue in the future to become an architect. After finishing the Bachelor of Social Science Architectural Studies, I plan to study the Master of Architecture so as to pursue my life goal as an architect. Being a successful architect not only requires creativity and design skills, but also exceptional determination, hard work, and exposure to many different projects. Therefore, I would like to get involved in a variety of projects, both domestically and internationally, to broaden my horizons. I don't remember writing this, but this is exactly what I'm doing now. So, respectively, I'm kind of proud of little Zoe. For the final paragraph, I usually want to wrap it up like in a nice coated, like candy wrapper. So it needs to be sweet, but also succinct. And for me, the conclusion is usually just restating like why me? Why should the university choose me? And why I want to choose this university. To be admitted into your esteemed university would be life-changing for me, as your renowned school has thought-provoking professors, possesses world-class facilities, and owns an exceptional academic ambiance which would ensure a fruitful learning experience. Participating in the Summer Institute in 2018 further increased my determination to study at your illustrious university. Considering my experiences and conviction to excel in what I do, I believe there's much that I can offer at your prestigious university. It would be a great honor if I can pursue my tertiary education at your reputable university to realize my passion and vision in architecture, both academically and professionally. And that's how I ended my personal statement. And that's it for today's video. If you like content like this, please subscribe for more and hit that notification button, and I'll see you all next time.